We've been putting this question to the minister till 10 minutes back. He's realized probably he had not read up on the subject well enough. Statement, however, has been made in Parliament and must be debated. The minister refusing to comment now. Shazia Illmi of the BJP on a position which really cannot be defended. Maybe she'll do a U-turn for the government tonight. That will be very good. Kamal Faruqui, political analyst, joins us on the subject. Abha Singh is with me in the studio. She's senior advocate and social activist. Mrunalini Deshmukh, senior advocate, joining me here on the panel. We'll be joined by Brinda Adige, director of Global Concerns of India from Bengaluru, in just a while. Okay, so Shazia Illmi, I don't understand this. Well, you know, this whole position, I mean, the government has been making blunder after blunder after blunder nowadays. It seems it is out of sync with the sentiment of farmers on the one side, with the sentiment of people of this country on the issue of net neutrality on the other, which it has given to the TRAI. But principally, complete disconnect with basic women's rights. Your minister actually went in Parliament and says in India there can't be marital rape. There can be marital rape in other parts of the world, but we in India, we don't believe in the idea of marital rape. No, one second. Let me therefore summarize. No, let me summarize, please. Let me summarize. What your government is saying, A, is that a woman loses her right to consent after marriage, right, and gives it to her husband. Secondly, the husband appropriates the decision-making of the wife's body. I'm arguing very logically. Thirdly, and this is the worst part of it, your government says that a woman has different rights before marriage and different rights after marriage over herself, which destroys Article 14 of the Indian Constitution, which guarantees equality. I'm going to go into other issues. I don't understand how you said this. Did you actually say this, or was there some error in the presentation of your government in Parliament today? Yes, Shazia.
Okay, can I come in?
Yeah.
Arnab?
Yeah, it
now
is
you argued, you made very important points, and you have also extrapolated them. I read exactly what was said by the minister. He did not say the marital rape does not exist. No, you say you extrapolated. You added value judgment to whatever was said.
No.
He said there is a UN report seeking. No, let me finish. You'll have to let me come in. I want to argue it very logically, and I actually see, I'm sure marital rape exists, and rape exists is the fourth most reported crime, and even then it's underreported. And this is, but what I want, the point that I want to make, that on conditions of torture, cruelty, sexual assault, there can be a divorce. Why would a woman want to remain married to a rapist? And just for revenge sake, and not seek a divorce, because a divorce is possible, and this is the most cited condition. I think
that's another absurdity.
Point number two, the law commission.
No, that's another absurdity. No, on that point I want. Watch it. Two points. No, Shazia, I'm going to come to you. One second, Shazia, it's a debate. I must allow counters. Shazia, it's a debate. I must allow counters at the moment. Otherwise, what happens is that no. I feel you made 2 points, Shazia. I feel you made 2 points. Shazia, I feel you made 2 points. Let me come in.
The Law Commission of India.
Shazia, let me come in on the 2 points you made. Don't get into speech mode.
Is headed by the chairman of the former Chief Justice of Delhi High Court. AP Justice AP Shah is known for his bold judgments. And he's the chairperson of this law commission.
I'd like to play the minister's soundbite.
Cited, whose recommendations
I'd like to play the minister's soundbite.
Very seriously.
No, one second.
Yes,
first of all, no, 1 minute. Shazia.
But the law commission is not about BJP or Congress.
Shazia, you know something.
Minister is a BJP minister in the present government.
It is a
law commission, which is an independent body of legal experts.
Ms. Shazia, can you please now, please.
That's what he's citing. Read the entire thing. I've read the entire statement.
Have you finished, Shazia? Now I'll tell you something. Let's be very clear about it. Nothing on the Newshour goes without complete research. It is entirely possible that you may not have done your research on the subject, but I'm willing to correct you. I'm willing to correct you right now, and I'll tell you this thing.
No, I have done ample research. This is a subject I know about. So, I know my
It is entirely possible you don't know what the minister said. Now, let me read out what the minister said. But I'll read out what the minister will put the hashtag on the bottom.
Your team sent me an entire statement.
Shazia, don't waste. Let's not go around in circles, right? Let's read out. The minister says, it is considered that the concept of marital rape, as understood internationally, cannot be suitably applied in the Indian context. due to various beliefs, including level of education, illiteracy, poverty, myriad social customs, religious beliefs, mindset of society, etc., to treat the marriage as a sacrament. In other words, because marriage is sacred, you can force yourself on your wife. In other words, because marriage is sacred, women are mere commodities in a marriage. In other words, because marriage is sacred, you can commit the greatest act of brutality on your wife. I have never understood this logic. Would anyone like to come in? Let me get you in on this, Mrunalini. You've heard both sides tonight. I don't know. There's a clear point which the minister made. Shazia, please pay attention. Mrunalini, how bad is this?
It is an extremely ridiculous and obnoxious statement coming from a person who is a minister in the present government. I mean, is there some kind of sensitivity or not? And is there some kind of respect for the woman or not? What is a woman's body? Whether because she gets married, she has no rights over it? And just because somebody is unmarried and somebody forces himself upon her, and that becomes a rape is a rape. It is against the human rights, it's against the human dignity, it is against the dignity and security and safety of a woman. And when I mean a safety of a woman, I mean her physical safety too. And by saying that a husband has a right to do so is an extremely atrocious statement. And I think it's an atrocious mindset which is there. To consider a woman to be a commodity, to be used the way he wants, because he's a man, and because a patriarchal society where a woman is like a cattle or the woman is like something else, you know, like a domestic help which is there, and you can do what you want with her. I think it's absolutely painful. It's agonizing, and it is absolutely painful.
This is as foolish as saying that if a relative kidnaps you, or if someone in your family is kidnapped by a relative, it is not an act of kidnapping. Kamal Faruqui, you're on the other side tonight. I want to understand why you're supporting the government on this. You seem to believe it's not a crime. Marital rape is not a crime. Please explain your point of view, sir.
No. There is no question of supporting the minister's statement. In fact, and under no circumstances the cruelty to the woman can be accepted in the society at all. And in whatever form the cruelty is there, it has to be condemned and it has to be penalized. But a major question comes in by making this as a very clear, generalized kind of a statement that marital thing could be cried. We are already giving a value judgment.
What value
judgment is that under no circumstances, value judgment we are making, that we are presuming that it is only and only the man who is creating the crime. We are not between these two, husband and wife. There is no unless there is a conclusive evidence that yes, it was a forceful kind of thing. So it will be very difficult to give a judgment as to whether it was a consensual or it was a force. So you have to make, of course, so the cruelty will not be allowed. But please understand that we also have these statistics wherein the women folk are also responsible for some kind of this kind of pressure tactics. In the law also we have seen it. So many judgments.
Pressure tactics.
Where does it come from?
Okay, go ahead. Pressure tactics.
Where does pressure tactics come from?
Same argument being put. Men will be exploited. Women will use this as a pressure tactic. The woman is scheming, the man is a victim of such situations, then by which logic you shouldn't have a dowry law in this country.
No, then why marital rape? No rape law at all. Let there be, because there will be pressure tactic by an unmarried woman, by a person who is not married to a person if there is rape. I mean, there's no logic, sir. With utmost respect, here, there has to be something. Laws are made for the protection of women. Laws are made, and to make this kind of distinction that post-marriage, internationally it may be a marital law. In UK, marital rape is a crime. Everywhere you find it as a crime. India, you can't have it.
No,
why? Because a Hindu culture or a particular religious culture says it's a sacrament, and that is why you cannot have it. But no culture, no religion, and I'm saying with utmost respect, will ever permit any kind of cruelty, and that too of sexual assault on any woman.
Is marriage not a sacrament in other religions? A sacrament only in India. Marriage is sacred only in India. Therefore, there can't be marital rape. I have not heard a more absurd argument. Why do you?
Marriage.
Yeah.
what the minister says, that it is a sacrament or secret. In UK, of course,
18 countries,
it is an offence.
Shazia, 1 minute. Shazia.
Just a minute. But the issue is, in India, we have quite a few laws. Like for cruelty, be it mental or physical, you have 498A, which Supreme Court of late said that it is being misused to some extent. What happens is, why the government or anybody feels that, what will be the evidence for a lawyer to prove in the court of law that marital rape has taken place? What is the evidence? So that needs to be looked into.
Let me share some evidence with you.
One more point is that Supreme Court has given instructions that, you know what is happening, police is making it a tool to knock off money to arrest harmless people. In fact, in 498A, 2 lakh arrests have been made, of which 25% are grandmothers. You know, so law is misused. That is why what is required is a research is required. Safeguards are required.
Research into what, Abha?
Into safeguards.
Abha, I'm sorry.
You require safeguards before you get a law like this.
What safeguards? Now let me tell you. Let me share some uncomfortable facts. We tonight are hiding under every argument. The basic argument being put is the poor man will be exploited. Now, 1 second. Shazia, in India, 2/3 of married Indian women surveyed by the UN Population Fund. Allow me to complete. Shazia, allow me to complete. 2/3 of women surveyed by the UN Population Fund claim to have been forced into sex by their husbands. There is another survey, 2005-2006, which finds 40% of women aged between 15 and 49 have experienced physical, sexual or emotional violence perpetrated by their spouses. I mean, if your government wants to live in an unreal world, it's your choice. But again, according to the UNFPA report, 2/3 of married women between 15 and 49 have been beaten. Allow me to complete. Beaten, raped or forced to provide sex.
Yes, Arnab.
No, I really want to understand this. What does the act of rape have to do with whether it is being done by a married man to his wife or an unmarried man to a stranger? How does the violence change? How does the violence committed change?
Absolutely.
Answer that question.
No,
And
all that has been said.
Yeah.
Well, yes, I want to answer that question. You know, I'm dying to answer that question and all others, because this is something that I really want to speak about. Abha ji just said it's difficult to prove that. Yes, in our country, even a rape that happens in broad daylight in front of people is difficult to seek a conclusion of sorts. But imagine a rape that is said to happen in bedrooms, within the 4 walls. There is an actual genuine concern as to how investigation will be done, as to whose word will you take. But
no, 1 second. It's not a question of anyone's word. Shazia, it's not a question of anyone's word. 1 second. Shazia, my question is, 1 second, please. Shazia, you have to take the question here now. Shazia, the question is very simple. Please tell me, what is it unique to Indian culture? What is it unique to Indian culture? You must listen. The problem is, Shazia, you're not listening to the question. You won't be able to answer it. I'm asking you, what is unique to Indian culture? What is it unique to Indian culture that we say marital rape cannot happen in India? Can one of the panelists tonight tell me this is what is unique to Indian culture?
Should the same law be there? Why should a woman want to stay in a marriage with a rapist husband?
This is the most ridiculous argument. You have the option of divorce.
This is the most.
Yeah, it is like physical violence.
This is ground for divorce.
You know, Shazia, I've never seen
torture, mental torture.
Shazia Illmi, can you know, if you want to be repetitive about that point, sorry, you're being very repetitive about that point, Shazia Illmi.
But does it mean that he gets away with murder?
Yeah, go ahead.
1
second, Shazia, listen to us.
Nothing repetitive.
Just because you feel, why should she
nothing repetitive about it.
Shazia, when you repeat something, what's it? Shazia, when you repeat something 20 times, it's usually called repetitive. Please go ahead, Mrunalini. Yeah.
No,
does it mean that the husband...
Go ahead, Mrunalini.
Does it mean, Shazia, does it mean that a rapist husband should go scot-free because there is an option to the woman that she can just take a divorce and go out? So is that what you're trying to say? Is that how the laws are being made? So that the person who is guilty can go? Because you have an option. Do you know the basic tenet? The basic tenet. No, Shazia, you need to listen to this.
Please listen, Shazia. Please listen to this. Go ahead.
That's a very good point.
The basic tenet of law is no person is allowed or permitted in law to take advantage of his own wrongs. Every case that comes to the court, the first thing you have to prove whether you're taking advantage of your own wrongs. And a husband who commits a marital rape cannot say, oh, she's got an option, she can just walk out of the marriage. Is that the way you deal with the
No, effectively that argument, by that argument what you're saying is our institution of marriage in India is so sacred. Shazia, don't disturb please. 1 second, Shazia, listen to the other side. Shazia, will you not interrupt please? When you were speaking, others listen to you. You can't constantly speak over others. There are other panelists on this panel.
Husband.
Shazia, please, you know what?
She should punish him and stay in the marriage.
Now, Shazia, please listen to this. I also don't understand the definition of marriage. What she's saying is that the person should not be punished. The question is, the choice is not that of marriage.
So
what you're saying tonight, Shazia, please don't go on and on and on. Please listen to me. The choice is not of marriage. The choice is of punishment. Don't you even have the basic sense to understand that? The question is not marriage. The question is punishment. What is the punishment?
Exactly.
The punishment is not divorce.
The law commission is
the punishment is not divorce. Why don't you understand that? The punishment to an act of rape is not divorce. This is basic. I don't understand. How can the response, how can the punishment, 1 second, Shazia, will you please? Shazia, don't go on, please.
I'm sure of rape in a judicial separation.
Yeah.
Their imprisonment is 2 to 7 years.
This is not
but
the issue.
Shazia, please, there's someone else speaking, please.
The law talks of rape and judicial separation. At one place, we are talking of rape in the judicial separation. If they are separated and a husband rapes his wife, it is termed, if he has a relationship, it is termed as rape, 2 to 7 years imprisonment. But from the legal point of view, the only issue comes here is, in the closed doors, whom do we believe? If the wife has injuries, let her go to the police station, lodge a complaint.
Abha,
if there is injury,
Abha, this can now be debated. Watch. Abha, 1 minute.
Injury.
Abha, let us be clear on this. We are talking here tonight of punishment. I don't think any sensible person will say the punishment to an act of rape is the granting of divorce. That is not. By that argument, therefore, we can follow up by saying, if that argument exists, then the government of India is telling us that we need to guard the institution of marriage. It's such a sacred institution that it rests, whether the institution exists or not, rests upon the servility of the woman. Don't interrupt, please. Can I please? Rests on the servility of woman, rests on the submissiveness of the woman, and therefore effectively the glue binding the institution of marriage is a woman gratifying her husband even without her consent.
Absolutely.
That is the basic argument tonight, and I don't think in 21st century India this government can get this through. This will be challenged and questioned wherever it needs to. Mrunalini, is that not the argument that has been made?
Argument that has been made.
No, Mrunalini, please. Mrunalini.
That there is no change
1 second,
in the Indian Penal
please.
Code for time to come. It is not the last word, so to speak.
Well, please, Mrunalini, please. What's it, Shazia? Mrunalini, please.
If there is going to be a difficulty, as you say, that how do you prove the things which are there? Does it mean that you do not make a law? Does it mean that you do not have a provision in law that you have in a concept of marital rape as one of the crimes which is committed against a woman? Now, if you're talking about an abuse of the process of law in the other sections of the criminal law which is there is a likelihood that this can happen, but doesn't mean that you can have such kind of, sort of impediments in making of the law, because it is going to happen. How are you going to prove that? How will it be decided by the judge? Whose word against what judge? That is for the judiciary, for the interpretation to be done. But to be given an option that this is a crime against me, against my body, against my dignity, against me as a person, and I have a right, I should be given the right. And marriage does not take away that right, and that's all that I need to say.
What is required is that you get NGOs, you get both sides of the platform, and then make a law, rather than just rushing into and making a law that marital rape.
Here's the question to Kamal Faruqui.
You cannot give a tool to the police to lock up money and put innocent people behind bars.
Let's not get the police. Let's come to the point
which is a fact, because the law has to be implemented by the police. You require safeguards. You need a law. I agree with you, Arnab, that you are saying
is divorce a punishment for a rapist?
No, divorce is not a punishment.
But that's what the government is saying. That's what Shazia is saying. Divorce is a punishment for a rapist.
No provision whatsoever to investigate and find out.
But the thing is, you require safeguards. You have to
What is the punishment for a case of marital rape?
See, as on today, as I said, 376B, in case of judicial separation, imprisonment is 2 years to 7 years. 376.
For marital rape, I'm saying marital rape. Where is marital rape defined? Why is it not? Why is it not? Why is it not? Why is it not?
Justice Verma's committee, which was there after the Nirbhaya, has highly recommended that the IPC has to be amended to include marital rape, because these are the issues that women, and may not be women who coming from a particular strata of the society, but you have to see the towns and the rural places which are there. Woman is considered as a commodity. She is what I can do what I want with her. How dare you even say that you don't want to have sex with me? This is the kind of attitude, and this attitude has to be brought to an end, and that is why legislation is required, and that is why some stringent provisions are required, and not by some argument that how will you prove it, there'll be an abuse, and there'll be all these things.
I want to ask you, Kamal Faruqui, if the cultural argument is used, I want to know what has India got culturally with similar? How are we culturally similar to Afghanistan, Algeria, Ethiopia, Pakistan, Saudi Arabia and Egypt? Because in all these countries, Egypt, Pakistan, Saudi Arabia, Ethiopia, Algeria and Afghanistan, all these countries, these are the countries, I don't know if they are the greatest democracies of the world or the most progressive nations. Certainly not. What do we have similar to these countries that these countries also feel that marital rape does not exist in their cultures, and India also feels marital rape does not exist in our culture? Please tell me, how are we culturally similar to them?
No, if somebody says that marital this does not exist, it is wrong. In fact,
they say it's not a criminal offense. Sorry,
but at the no,
they say it's not a criminal offense. We say it's not a criminal offense.
No, if it is, Sir, if it is proved, it's a criminal offense, because cruelty under no circumstances.
No, 1 second. In India and Pakistan, in India and Pakistan, India and Saudi Arabia, India and Ethiopia, India and Algeria, India and Afghanistan, even if proven, it's not a criminal offense. What is similar between us and Afghanistan, us and Pakistan? I don't understand.
See, some countries...
I want to understand.
We are not talking about Pakistan or anybody else. We are talking about this. Please allow me. We are not talking about this at all. We are talking about two things. And Abha, absolutely, whatever she has said, this is the essence of the whole debate today. But yes, cruelty under no circumstance will be accepted to anybody. But how it is going to be, we are already presuming that even if in the
nobody's presuming
kind of,
anything.
Sad,
nobody's presuming anything.
But that is what actually...
not at all.
Who is going to prove it, Baba? Who is going to prove it? Suppose they are having a happy married life, and suddenly women think, yes,
so this is the kind of argument.
Happy married life.
This is not.
Sir, this is a very natural argument.
What your basic argument is, women should not be trusted. That's your argument, right?
Yeah,
women should not be trusted.
It boils down.
No, even you mean to say under no circumstances
you tell me.
Trusted.
Sir, you tell me.
You are trying to say.
Sir, you tell me.
No,
I'm asking you. I'm asking you, Kamal Faruqui. You didn't answer my first question.
What do you want to say?
My first question you didn't answer. My question is, first of all, I have a couple of observations here. After Nirbhaya happened, all politicians, at that time you were also in politics, came and said every single recommendation of the Justice Verma committee will be implemented.
Absolutely.
And we said, great. In 2 years, the politicians did the biggest U-turn. Now those politicians are coming and saying to the women of India, you might have been a victim of marital rape, but sorry, in India, we don't believe it happens. So you have no recourse. In India, your marriage is sacred. And people like Shazia will come on television and say, you can go and get divorced if you want. That's the maximum punishment that can be given to you.
No, you have not even allowed me to speak.
I'm surprised at this argument.
I feel
I'm actually shocked.
Beyond
belief at this
I think what Abha has said, in fact.
I think you have to go to the law commission.
You are totally ignoring what she has said, in fact.
You can continue being shocked without listening to me.
You are totally ignoring what Abha said, in fact.
You always
she has given the most logical
Shazia, you are not understanding the argument in detail. The point is tomorrow, will we say tomorrow that an act of robbery... No, 1 second. If a family member commits an act of robbery, it's not an act of robbery. It's a family member commits an act of murder, it's not an act of murder, because it cannot be proven whether it was consensual murder.
No. Answering Kanimori's... No, I agree with the logic of what you're saying.
You say you agree, then you say you disagree.
And I think there should be recommendations of this kind to the law commission.
That's exactly.
I think they should be there. The talk has begun. We're very far away where a gender rights and equity goes. We're trying very hard, and I think lots
this
has
is
happened.
the biggest. This is the
needs to
biggest
be looked at.
abomination.
We have
This
to
is the
have
biggest
safeguards, we have to have
abomination.
a better
At a
system
time
to
when we are
investigate.
talking of gender
And the
rights, I
minister,
can't think
the
of
law
something more
commission,
absurd.
you
I
know,
want an
the
answer to
law
one question.
commission has been
Shazia,
quoted.
I want an
Right
answer
now,
to
all
one
the
question
minister-
from you.
All ministers said
Shazia,
that so far there
Shazia,
is no
answer the
change in
question.
the Indian Penal Code.
Answer the question.
Not that there never be a change in Indian
Okay, so
Penal
I want
Code.
to ask
We all
one
have to fight
question.
towards it.
There's
To
one
have the change in
simple
Indian Penal
question.
Code.
Simple question, please. Please tell me. I
Yes,
asked this
please.
question 20 times
Please.
on the program tonight. Our viewers have seen me asking the question. And I'll repeat the question one more time, and maybe Shazia or Kamal Faruqui will explain to me. What is it about Indian culture that there can't be marital rape as a criminal offense in India? And what is it about British culture that there can be marital rape in the British law? And what is it similar between India and Algeria, India and Afghanistan, India and Ethiopia on the one side, and other countries on the other? Why is it that, you know, even in England or other countries in the USA, marital rape exists and in India it doesn't exist? Are you saying that the rights of a woman in India are different? This is a basic question. Please answer me.
Or is a woman different?
Or is a woman different? Or does the rights of a woman after marriage change in India compared to other countries?
Yeah, no, not at all.
Then how?
Not at all.
A woman in the US and in, by
And
Mr. Kamal Faruqi's logic or Abha's logic, a woman in Britain can be trusted, but a woman in India can't be trusted. A married woman in America can be trusted, but a married woman in India can't be trusted. Tell me why,
That
Abha.
way in Saudi for theft you chop off the hands. Do we follow that
Exactly.
in India?
Why are we
Are we promoting that?
So
that
then
in India we
by
chop off
that
the hands?
logic.
See, we can,
By the way, why are we
what
following
we are
the
saying-
one second. Why are we following the Saudi Arabia example in the case of marital rape?
No, I'm
Answer
saying
me.
because you're trying to say we
That's the
copy
last
the West.
country we
Why
want
should
to.
we copy
That's
anybody?
the
Why
last
should
Answer
we
the
copy
question.
the way our
Answer.
things are?
Think logically.
See, we are going very logically. You need to have a proper
from my side
introspection
is
debate because
that right now,
what Supreme Court has
Kanimori
said in
asked a
498A, it should not become a weapon in the hands of disgruntled wives. You have to see
Disgruntled
that.
wives?
Of course, 498A is being used as a weapon to get
I think
people
I'll give
behind
Mrunalini
bars.
the last word to
No.
respond.
So you,
This
she may,
law-
but you cannot have a
Basic,
law.
Abha, you've been a very activist on these issues.
I am. I
I need you to understand with a cool mind, right? They cannot have in this country a law which basically tells a woman, put up with rape if you are married.
Good.
That's it.
That's it.
And we have a minister who stands in the floor of parliament
No,
and says
no,
put
there
up
is
with
no
rape.
scope of
If
any
you're married in
sort of
India, it's not a crime because
The minister
culturally
is
we don't
quoting
think
the
there's
law
rape.
commission.
And marriage
This is in a
Second
country
and
where
unless
rape
Justice
has
A.P. Shah
proliferated to becoming an
appointed in
endemic, and we say in India we believe
Under
it
the
doesn't
Congress
exist.
government, it's nothing to do with
I mean, I don't
BJP
know.
and Congress here.
Mrunalini.
It is quoting, and he's also making it very clear that Indian Penal Code has, there is no provision right now. I think there should be a debate on the subject. There should be
that's
some
Exactly, that's what we are saying.
That's
That's exactly what we are doing. The minister says, the minister says the Law Commission of India. One second. The minister was asked.
The minister said that so far the Indian Penal Code is not being amended.
No, he did not say
to
that.
accommodate this.
No, he did not
That's what
say
he
that.
said.
He said, no, one second. Shazia, you cannot make factual mistakes like this and get away with it on the news.
Rape cannot be incorporated in an Indian
Shazia, you're not
law
listening, and that's why you're
because of
making
the
such
Indian
factual mistakes.
culture and sacrament.
No,
That's what he was trying to say.
Basically, the minister made 2 points, and if Shazia were to listen,
No,
she'll
I'm
understand.
not. I'm not.
This is the problem with you, Shazia. You're not listening. The 2 points the minister said, in India, the concept of marital rape due to religious and cultural factors does not exist, and then said, hence, there is no proposal to bring any amendment to the IPC. There is no proposal because we don't believe that marital rape can be criminalized in India. It's as simple as that. Simple logic. I'll send you this piece of paper.
So,
well, I think what the minister...
He could have said that this is an important issue. We need to debate on this. We need to get the views of people. Isn't that what a minister should say? That this is a very relevant, burning issue before us. But we will get views of all sections of the society, from jurists, from police, from other people who are there, and try and have something which where we can protect the women, also the married women, from this sexual assault or from the rape which is there. If somebody was a minister, he would have said in this manner and not say that this is something which is not acceptable under the Indian culture.
Well,
there's a way of putting that.
Haribhai Parthibai Chaudhary is the Minister of State for Home. The Home Minister Rajnath Singh should intervene. Powerful ministers like Sushma Swaraj, Arun Jaitley can all intervene if they wish to in this. This is the most regressive statement I've heard in a long time. The government has the opportunity to retrace its steps. We will see whether they do. Thank you for joining me on debate number 2 on the News Hour tonight.